Hell, maybe we add pause on the audio. All right, good morning, chat. Let's update the settings in this OBS. Let's make it easy to pause the audio and the video. Hotkeys. Filter by hotkey. Enable or disable source. It's not called enabling or disabling the source. It's switch to scene. Video capture device, that's probably it. Okay, this is, but this is not. How can I make it so that the source disappears? Oh, there it is. Show. Okay, that does it. Let's see. There we go. Where am I? Here I am. Nice. Okay, and Nextcloud is still downloading. Very good. Alrighty then. Yeah, let's just let that download happen. Yeah, let me close the front door here. We're just getting started. A casual hangout at the computer this morning is in order. Maybe we're doing our new computer energy. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That last computer died real hard. Real hard. Oh. Yeah, I could stream till 10 o'clock, just a few hours here. That's a good play. Stream till 10, and then I'll head out to work. Yeah. Yep, that looks great. Maybe I'll even take my meeting remotely. Very good. Okay. Let me close the window here. Get prepped. There's a few things we could look at first this morning. I think hard drives are top priority. All right, let's add a little source here for the full desktop. Heck yeah. That's the one. That's me. Where's the best place for me? Up here? Probably up here. Maybe down here. This is not bad. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's me. All right, let's install Nextcloud. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I couldn't care less. All right, empty that recycle bin, yeah. Nextcloud's a great tool. I don't know if we got any Nextcloud users in the chat. Any cloud is a great tool. Keep those files floating around. And what happens to the stream when Windows prompts for security elevation? Screen sharing a whole screen. It's risky business. Oh, and now y'all can see that I need to activate Windows? Oh, God. Oh, well. Yeah, we do. We could use an activated Windows right away. We'll be getting a new computer, and likely the license will come through the purchase. Oh boy, it's taking a purchase. Energy. Running a computer off of this absolutely bonkers old hard drive. Am I still here? Yeah, that was a major freeze there. It came back. Okay, do I want to allow the app to make changes? Yes. Nextcloud files. I don't know if that all worked. All right, nice. Let's launch Nextcloud here. I need to restart the system for the changes to take effect. No. Not today. Not today, let me tell you. Okay, let me configure Nextcloud there. Okay, very good. Yes, login, grant access. I guess it's not even safe to show the browser, eh? That looks good. Mm-hmm. Everything else looks great. Okay, synchronizing files. That's what I like to see. Let's just make sure we show all of our system tray icons. OBS, Windows, Nextcloud. Oh, here we go. It's in my production folder. My apologies. There we go. Noggin switch. Okay. Let's call these assets. Images. Production. Okay, we got some computer hardware details here. Very good. Very good. Let's bring that all together. Let's take a look at what we've got already. This looks like a setup we had. What else do we have here? Total expenditure and data over time, right? Object storage engine, cost comparisons. We did a little bit of research here. Not much. Not much. Yeah, we did a little bit of research on the types of shingled magnetic recording. Like, it's okay for us to have a pretty crappy hard drive, in other words. Cheapest, finest, cheapest. That's fine for us. No, I don't have draw.io either. Do I have to install draw.io? Nice, draw.io diagrams. Just install that right away. Nice, okay. I just finished that install. Yeah, this PC I'm using now, it's just a setup temporary as temporary can be. No working hard drives really here to speak of. Graphics card's still good, motherboard's still good. I'm sus of the motherboard actually, because drives keep frying inside of this machine. Yeah, actually, I think we should consider replacing all of the hardware inside of this machine as well. It could well be the motherboard, yeah. It could be other components here, but I've had multiple drives fry in this motherboard now. Could also be the power supply. Like I could just replace my power supplies. Yeah, we need to diagram this so that I can talk through the bigger picture here. There's certain components we can and can't reuse here, and I don't want to invest time building computers that are going to break. That's not a good use of time. Nice. Nice. Draw.io is a great tool. You know, it's a great tool, but what other tools do people use? Let's ask our assistant. Oh, we gotta log into this. Let me finish this login here. Oh, and today's a great day to get our credit card updated and fixed. That'd be nice. Okay. I use draw.io to brainstorm and to see bigger pictures in order to understand which problems exist and can be solved in any space. Period. What is another free and popular tool for brainstorming using diagrams, arrows, lines, and text? Using lines, arrows, and text, and other objects. Okay, nice. Draw.io, didn't really get that correct. Miro, I see. Yeah, people are using Miro. Yeah, but Miro you can't download, right? The tool needs to provide the option for offline usage and exporting and importing with layers included. Period. Importing and exporting rasters isn't that useful for us if we don't have all of the layers in our original designs. Just some casual ChatGPT chat. Given my need for offline usage and layer preserving on import and export, not just flat raster images, here are the top tools that meet my criteria better than Miro or Whimsical. Penpot, LibreOffice Draw, honorable mentions for Inkscape and Concepts. Is draw.io better than these other alternatives? I don't know how to say draw.io so this thing understands what I mean. Oh, they added dictation back. Whoa. Fantastic. Now called diagrams on it is better, depends on your priorities. Yeah, it's just shared file collaboration. That's right. Draw.io is far and away the best. The best. Yes, it's probably the best.
Whether draw.io, now called diagrams.net, is better depends on your priorities. Here's a head-to-head comparison based on your specific needs. Your priorities: free, offline usage, import-export with full layer support, not just raster images, Supports brainstorming with lines, arrows, text, and objects. Draw.io/diagrams.net, strength free and open source. Excellent offline version, desktop app for Windows, macOS, Linux. Native layer support in .draw.io and .xml files. SVG and PNG export. SVG can retain layers if done right. Clean UI, very low overhead. Works great for flowcharts, mind maps, system design, etc. Compared to alternatives, featured Draw.io, Penpot, LibreOffice Draw, Inkscape, offline support. Yes, self-host or
Great
dev
pronunciations.
builds. Layer support, strong, very strong. Vector editing, moderate, strong. Moderate, advanced. UI for brainstorming, optimized, modern UI, less optimized for fast flows, clunky, less intuitive for this purpose. Collaboration, basic via shared files, real-time if hosted, none. File format portability. Great with XML, SVG, SODG, SVG. Conclusion. Draw.io is still one of the best tools for your use case, especially for simple or complex diagrams, full offline use, exporting with editable layers, minimal setup. Penpot surpasses it if you're building design systems or want a more modern interface and collaborative features, but it may require more setup and isn't as lightweight. LibreOffice Draw and Inkscape are solid but less efficient for pure brainstorming workflows. So yes, Draw.io is likely the best general purpose choice for what you're doing, unless you hit specific limitations like advanced component reuse or modern team workflows, in which case Penpot is worth considering. Would you like tips on how to export from Draw.io with layer data intact or use it in a collaborative setup?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, goodness. Very good. Sheesh. I gotta clear the washing machine filter today. Shit. Love a calendar. Maybe we take a step outside here. Can I set up a source to share my phone screen or my phone video with you? Let's just make a little copy of this. Let's call this the Pixel 6 Travel. And we're just going to add a little DroidCam OBS source. Let's crack open DroidCam. Allow ADB access on our networks. And we'll take the Wi-Fi IP. Positively sheesh. Okay, okay. I mean, I'm going to be using my camera upright, so that's what this is all about. um, can I just transform this? Yes, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Yeah, this still works. It's a beautiful day out, right? And I can check my mail. Bunch of crap email to sort through. Okay, and that's it. Pixel 6. Let's go. And maybe there's some way to get chat overlay here on my phone. Using Dank Chat, perhaps. Let's try that login again. Okay, sick. Let's take a little step outside. Just enjoy a little sit while I think. It's a gorgeous day out. Gorgeous. It's kind of, yeah, this audio, the video is pointed so far up on these smart cameras. Seven o'clock a.m. Yeah, it's just chilling. Just chilling. Sheesh, oh boy, that's too bright to look at. There we go. There we go. We're doing it. What's out there exactly? Shit. Yeah, maybe we got to think about the order of things we want to happen first. What it is that we want functionally to manifest. And then we decide on which hardware needs to be purchased to achieve that state. Everything's incremental here, and we can benefit from constructing what we need. It's kind of the whole point with do-it-yourself. Maybe we water a couple plants here. Is it too bright? A little water for the planties. Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor? Neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh. beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Wow, gorgeous out here. I don't know if there's any way to help you get a view, Chad, but maybe this way or that. What's that one? It's kind of a blue sky picture. And where's the camera? Yeah. What's that like? It's kind of a weird one. Just pointing way out. You can tell that it's a sunny day, maybe. That's hard to say. The photos really don't do it justice. Yeah, there'll always be that. Heavens, yeah. So we'll build up a diagram of the sequence of the events we want to happen. And that includes data backup and security first. And then advanced streaming features. Oh, excuse me. Wonderful to have all these beautiful little chives and parsley. My parsley and rosemary are doing so well here. The rosemary especially, yeah. Well done. Well done, plantikins. Well done. Keep up the great work. Let's crank the temperature in here, and maybe we'll do a little yoga session in a bit to warm up the day. Can I disable the source when I leave? Deactivate source when not showing. I realize I've been muted for so long. Yeah, and I need a way. Yeah. Tools to mute. And unmute my mic. Like basically a light. A light for live so that I can see. That's important. Because I can't just be talking to you guys. And then there's no sound. Or somehow I need to rely on building the habit of looking over and checking a microphone. But I think that's a lot. A big light would really help out. Standard production. What else would be great here? I think a high quality camera would be nice. And lighting. Let's save this document. To the old Nextcloud. Okay, this is like brainstorming. Yes, high quality camera and lighting, good. I wanted to have high quality graphics card for playing games. And I wanted to have a capture card. An independent computer for streaming. Something stable. Stable, not with too many tasks, but with separate from the game. Independent computers for streaming and gaming. That's really the goal. I want it to be resilient. The game computers can crash all the time. I want to allow that, but I want the streaming computer to be expected to hold up. Yeah, we want the high quality graphics card for games. The lighting's pretty good right now. Like, I don't really have to worry about this, but the camera, we could use a much better camera, right? I'm making use of a pretty crappy series of webcams and built-in monitor cams and phone cams. They work. They sure work. And the phone cams are not that bad. Props for all the hardware that makes pixel cameras great. Yeah. There were some tips in this image that could help out. Yeah, I mean, we've described these needs. You need a monitor for each, but I've got spare monitors. I have spare monitors for these computers. And you don't need a ton of extra monitors. Actually, you need fewer monitors in these setups than ever before. Oh, the storage. Recording storage needs, yeah. So I want we're gonna keep one copy. Yeah, I'm kind of in the way here. Let's keep one copy of for recordings. So let's just say keep one copy on local server, one copy on Glacier. Yeah, and that way if the local drive dies, we can pull it off Glacier. I mean, we could do better, right? We could do a redundant drive locally. Surely. It's just the Glacier is so easy to use right now. But if we rely on all of our data on a single drive, it's actually catastrophic when a drive dies. No, it's only like $30 to $50 to recover all the data. Yeah, no, I believe this is correct. And this recording's desire, my desire to keep one recording on the server and a copy on Glacier, that's what drives the purchase of an 18 gigabyte hard drive. And that's what's supposed to solve, or 18 terabytes, excuse me. And that's what's supposed to solve some serious problems for us. It'll solve other data acquisition problems that I'm having with other projects as well. A voice project where I record my voice. Okay, so far so good on this brainstorm. It'd be fun if this cloud were a different color. You know, I think we could really use a different, like a purple cloud. Oh, that's kind of fun. No, maybe it's not light enough, though. Yeah, there we go. Or maybe a lime. Oh, I like that. A greenish lime. These are all recording things. Yes, what else do we want for streaming? The copies of the recordings for editing and publishing. The streaming needs. And I'm pitching parallel streaming here. Let's just say dual streaming Twitch and YouTube. I'm kind of like a YouTube fanboy, to be honest, and Twitch annoys me politically. Where YouTube gets jobs done, Twitch faffs about and leaks all the code. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, real talk, Twitch. I don't know. Am I live right now? I hope so. Yeah, good. I'm not recording though because I don't have that kind of hardware. Cool. And I want like an integrated chat. Oh, it says I'm streaming satisfactory again. That's just not the case. It's just not the case. It's just not the case. Allow me to modify. The stream settings. I don't know why by default I'd be on satisfactory. We are just chatting. I mean, it got the rest of it right somehow. I don't know. Yeah, we want integrated chat for YouTube and Twitch. And we want dual streaming on those platforms. That's what's good. Let's think. What else? We want to have notifications. I think the computer hardware purchase is relatively straightforward, actually. It's just the recording demands with space. That's really what added hardware demands. And further, having a dual streaming, a dual setup, sorry, where I game on one PC and we play on the other, that had major hardware implications. And that's independent computers for streaming and gaming. So maybe we just highlight these ones. They're kind of important. And recording a non-microphone, non-camera source, or recording camera and microphone as separate file, that's really it. You know, not even actually. OBS is capable of recording all these separate sources, right? Let's talk to our assistant for a moment here. That's not our assistant. There we go. Oh, let's not use Windows chat. What's the preferred way to record camera and microphone? Oh. What's the preferred way to record camera and microphone as a separate file in OBS when streaming? Chat always gets this transcript correct every time when I dictate. Is to use multiple audio tracks and separate scene sources in the recording settings. Got it. Assign the audio tracks to the correct sources. Got it. Okay. Separate the camera video file. Use source record. So literally source record was the recommendation. Even with filters or cropping, that's good, right? With filters and cropping, if you want, that's good. Alternatively, I don't have to go through OBS, but I think it's nice if I go through OBS. Makes it easy. Like, what's the alternative? The alternative is that I have a camera that whenever I'm streaming, I also turn on the recording on that tool. I don't want to have to manage something separate. OBS is the dream tool. Amazing, yeah. And then I can keep source record live all the time. Advanced scene switcher? Oh, interesting. What are the limitations of the source record plugin? It's good to ask about the limitations of the tool. That'll give us a quick feasibility check. And again, using that transcript to using the dictate tool built into ChatGPT, you get a way better transcript every time. It only works with GPU-based encoders. So basically, whatever I'm doing on the gaming computer, that whole screen could be shared, right? Let's just say that. Let's just say one computer has a screen share. Like, that's unfortunate when you need to log into things, or if you need to bring files over or reveal, like, you just don't want private information on that computer, though, is the truth. But I don't want to be switching between two computers either. That's really confusing. Having one computer that I use and the other computer that's just like passively running a stream, hopefully, that's great. But it means that when I want to modify the stream, I'm using that second computer every time. And that is the goal. We want hardware independence, but I didn't want an additional I didn't want an extra keyboard or an extra monitor, right? That's required, though. So it's like whatever gets screen. I mean, in OBS, we can decide what we record, but most likely it'll be the screen capture, right? Like, we'll use OBS to decide. But you won't be able to choose a finer level than capture the computer, capture the gaming computer. Yeah, and I'll need to be logged in on a fair number of things on the main computer, right? But I'm helping to simplify the setup. I'm like using a computer that I'm showing everyone. I'm not trying to hide components of a computer I'm currently using. Like I am right now. I've got OBS open on one monitor, but I'm telling OBS only to stream this other monitor. Easily, I could leak out all of OBS onto the stream here. Like, easily. It's like a volatile setup. That's why I'm pitching the independent computers. Also because the gaming computer can crash at any time. They kind of need independence, right? Oh man, I gotta pee again. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay. Let's save that file. Ugh. Yeah, like imagine that second computer has OBS running and it receives a video stream from the first computer, which is the gaming computer. That second computer will have all of the scenes, all of the controls that OBS will be using. And there's a world where I can program an interface that I run on my other computer that manipulates OBS. But more than anything, I don't want to necessitate that. I want to use that streaming computer as the go-between. And just let that be the OBS machine. And use its interface, build interfaces where needed, but control the show from the one computer. So that the show could be running all the time, theoretically. So that a script could automate the manipulation of OBS and it would always be on the one computer. And then second computer, sure, start it, restart it, turn it off, turn it on. Showcase Linux, showcase Windows, switch from one operating system to another anytime. Yeah, and I could get an HDMI splitter if I wanted a second monitor on the gaming computer. I mean, yeah, why would I want a second monitor? So I'm not like sharing this thing, but I'm back to that same issue. I don't mind it though. Yeah, hidden monitor, shown monitor. It's good to have two monitors on the streaming computer. A lot of considerations. A lot of considerations. I think this is it. Yeah, I'm just thinking through the computer. I'm sitting here playing at the high-powered gaming computer. Let's just draw that out. Let's draw what it looks like now. Brainstorming the needs, that was good. Let's do a new one now. We will call it Imagine the Physical Setup. Okay, imagine the setup. Imagine I am sitting at one computer. Can I just get a computer here? Yeah. So I'm sitting at one computer. And then there's a streaming computer nearby. A bus. Boo! It's a nice bus. And this computer, it's my gaming computer, so it has the graphics card on it. Cloud GPU? What if I said graphics card? Interesting. I'm just gonna give it one of these things. It's got the graphics card. And maybe there's like a second monitor or two. Monitors. Like, there's at least one monitor. These kind of look like monitors is the thing. Maybe that's what I'm drawing. It is the monitor. It's not the computer. There's a monitor here on the computer. The computer really is the graphics processor. And HDMI splitter. I think that's just arrows is the truth. One goes to the recording PC. So let me see, PC. Or maybe I'm just saying it's like, there it is, there's the tower. Desktop PC, bam. So maybe one output goes to the PC. I guess I need a copy of this. This is the streaming computer. We'll call this the gaming PC. And we'll call this the streaming PC. Nice. Okay, and the gaming PC can have an output that goes to the streaming PC. Nice, there we go. And also an output that goes to a monitor here. And possibly a second output that goes to a second monitor. Yeah, we want this part. These are the same, right? That's the thing. There we go. Boy, these are hard to manage. Okay, so the gaming PC makes a copy of this video here. It's just not doing a good job rendering it here. What if I did this? There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe there's a second monitor on the gaming PC that people don't see. That could be. So it could be like a 2-monitor setup. And then there's the streaming computer, which has this, the third monitor, basically. And that's the main setup. It's monitors here. It's all monitors to me. All right. Oh, sheesh. So it's got the big graphics card in the gaming computer, but and the streaming machine needs a capture card. It just needs a special capture card. Okay, this chip will be the capture card. That's the deal. Obviously. And this thing can now go to the capture card the way it should have always. Nice, and we can send this to back. So there's a capture card that pulls that in to the streaming computer, and the streaming computer broadcasts it out. And this thing's broadcasting, right? Yeah. Yeah, this thing's publishing. Cool. The recording happens locally on a disk. Maybe I need to say drive. No, here we go. Oh, these are cute. Okay, the recordings go onto this local drive. These are going to be local. These are temporary local recordings. This is a GPU. This is our capture card. Yeah, we get some temporary local recordings on the streaming computer. Yeah, I'm really trying to separate the idea that there's this other computer way out here that's busy doing important things. And it's got a monitor and output, but we don't broadly interact with that PC except to change sources on OBS. And there's nothing special about the hardware that streams out. There's nothing special about that. And now people don't see this, but in my life, there's another computer, a server computer that sits around. And this is my server. And in the server, I'm just going to call this yeah, there's like temporary recordings, and then there's the local recordings. And then there's Amazon Glacier. Yeah, and the server will make copies. Yeah, the temporary recordings will get copied directly over from here, from the streaming computer, over to the server. Honestly, it'll be the server that accesses those temporary recordings and then replicates them as local recordings. I mean, will it be the server? Probably not, actually. It'll probably be the temporary... It's the streaming computer. I want to make that apparatus more obvious. Like, in particular, it's going to be a Docker program running on the streaming computer. Yeah, waking the streaming computer up and doing a sync. I don't want to run a whole virtual machine to get that job done in Windows. That's not happening for sure. And the server is just supposed to be the server. I don't want the server to know about that. Shouldn't matter what the IP address is of these other remote machines. So it's going to have to be like a service that does that copying. Let's check our other brainstorm. Yeah, and OBS does all of the selected recordings. That's the idea in temporary recordings. And then there's the service. Can I just say container? And then there's like a Docker service that does the copying of the temp recordings. I don't even think we connect temporary recordings to the server. I think we're actually pushing these. Yeah, because there's a bunch of OBS recording. Is there an OBS logo here? No. There's a bunch of OBS recording that happens in between here at the level of the streaming computer. And then we use a Docker specialized backup tool to copy that data onto the server. And the server has a tool that does a backup to Glacier for long-term data. Yeah, we'll just call them local recordings. I don't know why I have to fuss with this. And then we'll push those local recordings out to Glacier. Wow, look at this. Cold storage. Perfect. Nice. I like this. Yeah, and then there's a Docker instance that does the backing up to local recordings, and then things just do make it to Glacier eventually. So the idea that there's a smaller keyboard here for the streaming computer, but then there's a full scale computer for. Why are these all phone keyboards? And then there's this computer, which has keyboard, and then there's like control pad. Not a patch panel, but more like buttons. Not buttons, buttons. Knobs? Or is it going to be like, how do I say this? I want this to be an interface that implies manipulation. It implies control or the adjustment of the stream. That's why audio video is such a thing. Or like a panel. More results in panel might be helpful? No. In computing something that looks like this. Options. There we go, some options. And this will be like calibrations, tuning, you know. What is tuning here? The reported state. Yes, good. Like you'll need this thing with the keyboard, in fact. And probably a mouse. But hopefully just a keyboard. A fancy keyboard of buttons. I just want to imply 2 keyboards. And 2 mice. It's unfortunate. But a mouse on OBS is essential, just in case. We have no idea what we're going to need here. Nice. And the gaming goes into the capture card. Streaming saves those recordings via OBS to temp recordings. And then Docker moves them out of there. Yeah, here, this is not aired correctly. Streaming goes directly to the temporary recordings. And then Docker will get those to the local recordings. I mean, I can kind of see how that works, though. Okay. And then we let our server just automate AWS Glacier as needed. Because right now we're doing some real basic nonsense by comparison. Oh, shenanigans. I think we need some beverages. Oh, time for beverages, chat. Time for beverages. And what about the camera? Yeah. Were we going to have a camera directly connected to the streaming computer? I think so. There's no way to run it through the gaming computer. Confirmed. Yeah. Yeah, there's no other way. The camera has to be connected to the streaming computer. Or maybe we just put camera in from another angle. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I kind of do want a splitter here. Okay, this is a pretty comprehensive image of the plan. There's also microphones. Yeah, and there's smartphones here. And the smartphone is always another input you can put in. Droid cams. Droid cam as a source, yeah. And let's say we want to do YouTube videos. We can have our streaming computer casting out to YouTube or casting out to a Chromecast anywhere, and that screen will always get captured because of screen capture. All we have to do is full screen. It'll be a little out of sync, you know, that's okay. It'll be a little out of sync because chat will be getting the live video while I get the Chromecasted version on a delay. Yeah, or I could not stream it and then just cast with a camera capturing the broader picture. Yeah. There's an intrinsic layer here that I'm not showing of the scenes that have to be constructed for this to work, and the configurations in OBS that make this possible. Yeah, let me get a drink here, though. My brain's melting. My brain's goddamn melting. Okay. Great job, everybody. Now's the time to take a break, get a snack. If you were working, you were doing great. some kind of crap in my stream chat. What's going on there? Ban that shit. Absolutely ban-worthy. Okay, well, I do believe it is time for the stretchery of it all. So Pixel Droid Cam. This is Pixel Travel. There we go. And you can always see. Perfect. Okay, that's Droid Cam. Very good. And desktop audio captured? Yeah, why not? Can we just duplicate our whole screen here? Cast. Okay, let's get this set up. Okay. It does matter which way. Okay, is this good enough?
Welcome to Overcome Pelvic Pain for Men. My name is Michael Hodge. I am an overcomer of pelvic floor dysfunction, as my shirt says. I went through this for 5 years. It was incredibly deep and dark, and I understand what you're going through. One thing that really helped me to get a lot of momentum was to start out each morning as totally open and relaxed as possible with a really good stretching routine. And that's what I'm bringing here for you today. This is where we're going to begin. We're going to begin by allowing our body to just feel as it feels, but putting ourselves in positions with breath work and stretches that are going to really open up those muscles. It's going to release the tension, becoming conscious and aware of what's happening. And we're going to be able to go a little bit deeper each time we do this routine. We're going to go and get started. Now, right before we start, I want to point out a couple of things that can help you. If you have a towel or a blanket.
There we go. Let's go.
Welcome to Overcome Pelvic Pain for Men. My name is Michael Hodge. I am an overcomer of pelvic floor dysfunction, as my shirt says. I went through this for 5 years. It was incredibly deep and dark, and I understand what you're going through. One thing that really helped me to get a lot of momentum was to start out each morning as totally open and relaxed as possible with a really good stretching routine. And that's what I'm bringing here for you today. This is where we're going to begin. We're going to begin by allowing our body to just feel as it feels, but putting ourselves in positions with breath work and stretches that are going to really open up those muscles. It's going to release the tension, becoming conscious and aware of what's happening. And we're going to be able to go a little bit deeper each time we do this routine. We're going to go and get started. Now, right before we start, I want to point out a couple of things that can help you. If you have a towel or a blanket, please get that. A belt would be good, or a strap, a necktie would work, and yoga blocks or pillows of any sort can work. Now, if you don't have any of this stuff, you can still do the whole routine just fine, but these props are going to help you out a little bit as we go through this routine. We're going to get started with some deep breathing. Go ahead and lie down onto the floor. What we're going to do actually is put our soles together, soles of our feet, and you can take your yoga blocks if you would like to on the higher position. Allow your legs to just flop out And this is a totally relaxed position, opening up the pelvic floor. You could put your yoga blocks this way, pillows, whatever you need to do. If you're super flexible, your legs could even flop down lower than that. But as long as this support actually allows you to not have to engage muscles, and you're really just allowing things to be right now. We're going to first do 4 deep breaths. And on these breaths, I want you to breathe in really deep and imagine the air and the energy really going down into your pelvic floor. So we're breathing and expanding into the pelvic floor on these 4 deep breaths. Ready, along with me. Deeply in. Deeply in. And breathe in. Last one, breathe in. We're going to do some more breaths now that are a little different. I want you to really consciously notice if you're holding tightness in your muscles and then allow them to release. So what we're going to do this time is 3-part breathing. We're going to put our hand, I'm going to put my right hand on my stomach, my left hand onto my chest. You're going to breathe deeply into your stomach. Your stomach will rise, and then you're going to breathe, and the air will allow your chest to rise, and your ribs will come up and expand. And then on the out breath, your chest will fall, ribs will come in, and then your stomach will also drop. You don't have to be perfect on this. I don't want you to overanalyze it, but it's really about a good deep belly breath, and then a reversal of that. And again, allowing everything to just be totally relaxed. We're going to do 8 very deep breaths. Ready? Breathe in. Deeply in. Breathe in. Make sure all the muscles in your body are relaxed. Deeply in. Four more breaths. Breathe in. Notice if there's any tension Breathe in. If there's any tension, go there and let it relax. Breathe in. Breathe in. And we're totally relaxed. We're going to move into our next movement, which is a hook lying outside adductor stretch. When I say hook lying, I just mean with our feet flat on the ground. What we'll start with here is dropping the right leg out, or whichever leg you want first, totally to the outside. Very simple, just like we were doing a moment ago. But now our other foot has the sole of the foot on the ground. We want to keep our pelvis square rather than turning to the side. If you'd like, you can also put a little bit of pressure on the inner thigh here. And you can even straighten the leg out if that's a little too easy for you. We're going to do a 60-second hold here and begin. So again, you can start here. The foot is flat on the ground. As we progress, as you do this routine each day, you can go to the variation where the leg is straight out. Keeping our pelvis straight, relaxing the perineum, relaxing all the muscles on our pelvic floor, relaxing our hip muscles, and putting just a little bit of pressure toward the ground. Remembering to breathe, just enjoy that stretch. It's a nice adductor stretch. If this is too difficult, you could put a yoga block underneath as well. We're going to switch to the other leg now. Okay, I'm going to put my other foot flat down, take my left leg out. We're going to do a 60-second stretch. Ready, begin. It's a little too difficult. Your leg can't touch the ground. Again, you could take a yoga block. You can drop it right there underneath. It's still giving you a nice adductor stretch. And if that doesn't feel like much of a stretch, allow it to flop down. And you can also straighten out the other leg. Really be conscious of any tightness and allow it to release as you're breathing. Enjoy that comfortable feeling of this nice stretch. Wonderful. Now, what we're going to do is a knee to chest stretch. And what we're going to do here is simply grab the shin, the top of the shin here, and bring our knee into our chest. You can keep your foot flat on the ground. We're going to do a 60-second hold on each side. So bring that knee into your chest, really pull it down toward you. The progression here you could make if you're doing this later on in the week, if you've already done this routine several times, straighten out that other leg. Feel an even deeper stretch. You could also try grabbing underneath, actually grabbing the hamstring. But let's make it simple. Just push your knee to your chest with your foot flat on the ground or with the leg straight out. When you think it's as far as you can go, take a deep breath in, and on your out breath, go a little bit deeper in your stretch. You can usually go a little bit farther than you think. And as you repeat this routine, we want to go a little bit deeper. So we're going to be switching legs now to the other leg, doing a 60-second hold, and begin. Pulling it into your chest. You can keep that foot flat on the ground. If you'd like, go in as far as you can. If you can't go in as far as me, that's fine. If you can go in a lot further, that's also fine. Straighten the leg out if you'd like to do that. It's very comfortable getting a bend at the hip flexor, pulling on the hip and the glute. You don't have to stress, you don't have to flex your arms too much. We don't want to be in a state of tightness or tension really anywhere in our body on this routine. This is about releasing. This is about going to that baseline of balance and just total harmony. Starting our day in a wonderful place. Wonderful job. We're going to move into a figure 4 stretch. So let me demonstrate the figure 4 stretch. We're simply going to we'll take the right leg and place the top of the foot on the top of the thigh of the other leg. And what we're going to do here, we have a couple of options. You can simply do the stretch here. That's fine. Or if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, you can place that other foot on top of the yoga block. And we can also add a little bit by pulling on the back of our hamstring, threading our hands through. And by the end of the week, if you'd like to even straighten the leg out, that's another variation. We're going to do this for 60 seconds. Begin. So whichever one works for you, if it's your first day on this routine, you can start it here. You can push the other leg, the one that's folded over, outward some. Don't push on the knee joint, push on the inner thigh. This is just fine. We're breathing. I'm going to go ahead and change it to the other variation. If you're ready for that, that's fine. If not, wait until later in the week, once you've repeated this routine multiple times. Doesn't have to be an extreme stretch. We're going to be stretching the glute of the folded leg. As we're breathing, you're not overly tightening your core. You're not feeling stressed. It shouldn't feel painful, or you might be going too far. We're going to switch legs now. Doing the figure 4 stretch on the other leg. Simply fold it over. Push outward some. And just hold it here. This is just fine if you're getting started, if it's a good stretch for you. If you're not feeling much of a stretch in the glute and the hip flexor, you can go to the next variation of pulling, threading your hands through and pulling in some. You'll definitely feel the stretch now in the folded legs glute. If you want to even straighten the leg out, that's also fine as you're progressing throughout the week. Again, don't feel like you have to copy me. Do what works for you. But make sure that each time you do this routine, and as you're doing this stretch, you're going a little bit deeper with each out breath. By being conscious of what you're doing, we can take a little bit deeper. You can get more relaxed, relieve that tension. What we're going to do next is called stir the pot. So stirring the pot is you bring your knees together, you drop the knees in towards your body, you go out, and you come up, and you bring your knees back in, and it's just a nice flowing movement. It's very simple. We're going to do that for 1 minute. Okay, get ready, and begin. Stirring the pot. I'm allowing my sacrum to come off the ground a little bit on this one, so that I can get really good movement in the hip joints. As I'm breathing. Now I'm going to reverse it and go the other direction. It's the same thing. Come in, back out. This one feels really good. Really nice. Pelvic floor is totally open. There's no tightness. It's relaxed. It's happy. Your hip joints are happy. You're getting some mobility there. I'm going to actually reverse it again, back the other direction. Just like that. Breathing in. Very good. So the next stretch is going to be called frog stretch. On frog stretch, we're in a very similar position. But now we're going to grab our ankles on the inside of our legs. Grab the ankles. If you're really flexible, you can just grab the outsides of your feet if you'd like to. But the ankles are fine, and even if that's too hard, a little bit on the shins. And we're going to be just pulling in and allowing our legs to flop out as we keep our back plastered to the ground. We don't want to actually lift up off the ground on this. And we're going to hold this for 1 minute. All right, frog stretch. You're going to really feel and notice any tension in your pelvic floor here. And allow your legs to flop out. Pull your heels a little bit more towards your perineum. Really nice stretch for the glutes, the inner thighs, also the pelvic floor muscles. As you're breathing, again, don't lift up off the ground like this. I want you to stay down. I want you to breathe into your stomach. I want you to breathe into your pelvic floor. Deep, mindful breathing allows you to actually bring more energy into that area. Bringing in new healing energy and out with the stress, out with the tension. We're going to do something called windshield wipers, and we're going to do this from this lying position. So all we're going to do next is actually rotate our legs across, bending our knees just like this. Very simple. We're going to do that for 1 minute and begin. This is called windshield wipers. I really like this one. Rather than just letting them flop, have some level of control, and towards the end of this movement, push the inside leg downward a little bit more. Get a little bit more of a stretch. You'll actually feel a little bit of a twist as well in your obliques and your lower back, which is also nice. So go ahead and continue to move. It's not really fast. It's a slow movement. Breathing out. Feels really, really good. Just enjoy the moment. Just don't think about anything else other than relaxing and being calm and enjoying these stretches. We're going to do a head to knee pose. We're not actually going to go all the way head to knee this time, though. If you have a towel or a blanket with you, this would be the time to grab that. And this is just going to give us a little bit of elevation, a couple of inches. It's really all we're doing here. What we're going to do is use our belt or necktie, whatever it is that you're using, and it's going to allow us to get a little bit deeper of a stretch. What we're going to do is take one leg. I'll take my right leg, put the sole of my foot to the inside of the thigh. I don't have to go in really, really, really far, but I'm also not way out here. The key here is having a straight back. Okay, and what we're going to do is take a deep breath in, and we're going to breathe out. As we breathe out, we actually lean forward a little bit while maintaining a fairly straight, erect back. And then, if you have no tension in your lower back, we'll go down a little bit further. But we're going to do 2 minutes on the left leg. Taking a deep breath in, Lean forward some. I'm hinging at my hips though. Just go comfortably into this. We don't have to dive all the way forward as far as we can immediately. You can round a little bit now, as long as there's not a great deal of pain in your lower back. We're going to start over again because I really want us to get comfortable with the understanding that we want an erect back, a deep breath. And hinge forward. These forward bends are incredible they're very beneficial for the central nervous system. But having that straightness is important to get the benefits. It's going to allow energy to flow up and down the spine throughout the whole nervous system. If there are any kinks, if there's anything that can't flow to your pelvic floor or other aspects, other parts of your body, creates issues. We're going to go a little bit deeper now with our forward bend, if you can. Remember, with an out breath, you're able to go in a little bit deeper with your stretch. This is one of those stretches that I want to challenge you to go a little bit deeper if you've done this routine a few days in a row. Deeply in. A little bit deeper now. Got about 12 seconds left. It might be uncomfortable. It's pretty, I wouldn't say painful, but it's a deep stretch right now. Hold it for another few seconds. We're almost done. Time is up. Oh, that's a really good one. We're going to switch legs now. Pull the left foot in, right leg goes out. You can go ahead and lasso this foot, get it ready to go. 2-minute hold. Taking a deep breath in with an erect spine. Hinging forward. If you want to go a little bit more with your strap or whatever you're holding. Also, remember to keep that left leg, or the leg that's folded sideways, toward the ground rather than allowing it to come up. Let's go a little bit deeper now. This is really, really healing, very good for our spine, our nervous system. It's also good for our abdominals and our stomach and our organs. We have about 1 minute left. We're going to ease up some. We're going to start back from our erect position. And you forward. If there's no pain in your lower back, go a little bit deeper now. With somewhat of a round. But that is because we hinged from our straight erect position originally. Last 30 seconds. This is the work. Might be a little uncomfortable. You're giving your body the time it needs to heal. You're pushing yourself a little bit more. You're going a little bit deeper. You're reminding yourself not to hold any tension. You have 5 seconds left. We're almost done here. Very nice, very nice. We're going to do a butterfly stretch. For the butterfly, we're going to put our feet together, our soles together. We're not just going to go all the way in like maybe you've done in the past. We're actually going to keep it out some. Doesn't have to be too extreme on this one. And we're actually going to put our hands behind us and hold this for 2 minutes. Now, I do want you to bring your legs toward the ground and keep your back pretty straight. My chest is up and out. But I also don't want you to become overly tense in your body. Feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh, which the inner thighs are connected to all the pelvic floor muscles. That hammock that holds your body up. And you're breathing in as well. Remember, there should be some level of uncomfortableness in a stretch. You shouldn't just be, sitting here totally relaxed like you're watching TV per se. There's some stretch happening, but you're conscious and aware that you're not tensing muscles up, that you're not contracting. Got about 25 seconds left. Take a deep breath in, go a little bit lower. You can do it. Very nice. Everything in your pelvic floor, your glutes, it's all relaxed. It's all just sinking into the floor. Your hands are sinking into the floor. Your shoulders aren't tense. All right. What we're going to do next are the windshield wipers that we did earlier, but from a seated position. So we're just going to stay up here, and we're going to do our windshield wipers for 1 minute. And very nice hip opening, really good in between deep stretch type of movement that we like to add in here. On the seated variation, I like to get a little bit more of that rotation on the obliques and the lower back. And my legs aren't really, really far out, but they're also not too close to my body. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. It should feel really good. Still breathing. Let your breath heal you. Okay. Our last exercise today is going to be child's pose. Child's pose, maybe you've done this one before. We're going to start out sitting on our heels. That's a little too much for you. You could take your towel or your blanket, give you a little bit more support there, a little bit more distance. And also on your child's pose, if you'd like to put a yoga block or a pillow to allow your head to rest on that, that's fine. But what we're going to do is a 2-minute hold in child's pose. Ready? Begin. So I'm just going to put my hands on the ground, stretch them forward, walk them forward. And I'm keeping my knees pretty close together, and this isn't the wide version of child's pose. If it's uncomfortable for your head or your neck, you could put your forehead on the yoga block. Otherwise, I'm just going to let you really enjoy this stretch. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to let you do some very deep breathing. Release the back, release the shoulders, release the pelvic floor. Breathe into your pelvic floor. You're doing really great. Just keep it going. If you want to walk your arms out a little bit further, that's fine. If you find any tension in your body, just let it go. Okay, coming up slowly. So that's the end of our routine today. If you'd like to just lie there, lie down on your back, that's a great way to continue on after this. And just allow your body to feel this amazing feeling of relaxation. Don't have to get up right now. Just feel wonderful, feel open, feel balanced, feel released, feel relaxed. And I look forward to seeing you in the next routine. Have an amazing day.
Oh boy, that was a nice stretch. Wrinkly Fruit, hey, good morning. Terry the Platypus, so glad you're back. Love the sleeping yoga. Yeah, welcome. It's great to have people back. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back on here. I still haven't replaced my computer. So we're working on that. Yeah, we're working on that. We'll get the full stream running. But for now, this is going to be the jank stream. We're putting things together. Let's see, what time is it? 9:38. Okay, I got a few minutes here before I got to go to work. Let me just take another look at what we were working on here. Right, yeah, we're just putting together a new computer setup. And it's a little complicated because I've got these 3 computers. I've already acquired most of one. That's the streaming computer. I've got my server fully up and running. That's been going on for years now. And I just need to replace the computer I'm using now, which is a gaming computer. So that we have a gaming computer feeding into a capture card, and the capture card will become part of the stream. I'll pull the camera and microphone together with the gaming computer into the streaming computer, and that streaming computer will run OBS to make the full enchilada. I don't know why Stream Elements keeps saying that I'm playing Satisfactory. That's not correct. This is not Satisfactory. I might play some Satisfactory. You know what? I'm going to install Satisfactory. How about that? Gonna install Satisfactory. Am I doing Satisfactories here? Yeah, I mean, I'm setting up computers, but I'd much rather have a game to set up computers in. The safety of the game. Okay, let me go take a quick pee here. I'll be right back in a sec.
Would you mind identifying what you are?
Okay, what just happened there? Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. And thank you, Lexi. Great to have you join the stream. Chill vibes here. Chill vibes here while we install Satisfactory. I'm not saying we're going to play Satisfactory right now. I'm just saying that Satisfactory could be played on this device. Whoa, it's already installed. Does it run? Let's try. Let's just see. Meeting here. The following components are required. DirectX. Guess who does not have DirectX installed? Yeah, I think we should agree to that. Let's install DirectX. Yeah, let's install DirectX. Is this going to screw up the stream? Obviously it will. Obviously this is going to break the stream. Dang. All right, well, here we go. Looks like an Unreal Engine prerequisite. Have we never required DirectX runtime? Yikes. We got top tier streaming here, top tier. Okay. Launch away. Yeah, the brainstorm of the streaming setup here. I love this. Brainstorming so much helps the putting together of pieces. Yeah, like it's just the disk dying out here, right? Okay, Satisfactory is loading, but it's dying. It's all disk limitation because I'm running an old spinning HDD here. Brutal. Brutal. Okay, no, we got something here. Maybe it'll even load. Full video chat, full desktop. Doop dap doop dap. Loading Satisfactory. Okay. It's not like, wow, is Satisfactory hijacking my key bindings? Cringe. Cringe. No, it's... Nope, it's not. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of disk activity, but what is it? I don't know. It's like game libraries and crap. Is anything yeah. What is it that takes Satisfactory to run? Here, let's show the whole disk activity. Well, I'm sending a ton of data over Ethernet. Why is that? Even more now. Even more. Yeah, why am I sending so much data right now over Ethernet? Oh, it's OBS, obviously. Obviously. Well, I mean, but why? Why is... Oh, because my video is now good. Right? And removing this flat pack will increase it further. Yeah, this thing's still pretty, pretty for chunky, if you know what I mean. Low quality graphics. Like, it works, though. I do remember this factory. I a beloved factory. With all of its energies. Whatever this is, who even knows? This is the nightmare of all nightmares. Ugh, all my key bindings are dead. I had left-handed key bindings for this, and now it's all set to right, for cripe's sake. Yeah, it's on the defaults. The WASD and crap. Oh, man, I love this factory so much. It's my little buddies. Wait, we're just trashing all this extra stuff? It's my extra little trash buddies. I mean, the least I could do is turn that poly into rubber, right? That's a lot of rubber we're pumping out. Nevertheless, this is an operation where we rely on mixers, blenders, to generate all this delicious rocket fuel. Turbo rocket fuel or something, right? What is it? Oh yeah, rocket fuel. Oh yeah, rocket fuel. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, rocket fuel. Oh no. I gotta stop using these right-handed keybinds with my left-handed configuration. I'm gonna screw this up. Very exciting to see this factory, though. It's been a while. Oh man, yeah, this is a glorious factory with all these beautiful power-producing generators here. Oh god, look at all that fuel. Rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. Oh, damn. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to play a little bit of this game. I'm Like this, I know that I swore I wouldn't play it until I upgraded my computer. But the truth is I was having a lot of fun playing it before I left for Mexico, and I'm dying to pick it up again. As it goes. Oh, God, yeah, that's so good. Look at this. And there's still such a capacity. We're hardly using the limestone and the coal here. What's our nitrogen flow like? Yeah, I'm not sure what the cap is like on nitrogen. Let's take a look. No, the flow rate's only like 200. Yeah, sometimes 3. And on the crude, 300. Yeah. No, we could be making more rocket fuel. That's what I hear. Oh boy, yeah, we are generating so much energy as well. How much energy are we generating here exactly? And I know we're making tickets. No one ever checks the tickets. 5 coupons here? Yeah, party. Every once in a while we get a 2 million spike when we get a when we get one of our nuclear pastas finished. Spare nuclear pasta. That's hilarious. Yeah, what's the flow like, or the power like here? $18 gigawatts. Consumption, production 44. Capacity 44. Nice. Nice, and that's not a ton, right? Things are chilled. Things are absolutely chillingstoned. Listen, this is a great game. I'm so excited just opening this up. Here, let me get my phone. Make sure I check my schedule. Yeah. Well, let's just say that's on the table. We love a good factory in this house. Let's see, my meeting's at 11. Maybe I should get cleaned up and head out. Let's just check some schedules here. Sometimes when you're working, you just got to check the schedules, see when people can meet. Let's go. Okay. Friday, 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 Friest day. Friest day, Friday, Friday. Friday, Friday, yeah. It's the way you do Friday. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yes, maybe there will be time here. Let's check these other calendars. Oh, they're busy. Yeah, I see. Yep, let's make the time pop out to the office here, I think. We did a good job planning out our future computer upgrades here. Great job, team. I mean, maybe we seize on that acquisition for the hard drive right away. Is that what's happening? Man, what's using so much disk right now? Oh, Subnautica's installing. Oh, heavens. Let's take it easy. Yeah, and getting a gaming PC. Honestly, getting the hard drive for this computer. Ugh, as soon as I get the hard drive, we have to reinstall OBS and everything. So it's the last thing I want to do is upgrade the streaming PC. And that's too bad because it's the streaming PC that's dying. Yeah, but I mean, maybe that's the first step as well. Like install the fresh hard drive, fresh streaming PC. Make it fast. Do any file recoveries we need to. It's just I have this computer set up and it's like, okay, I guess I'm going to wipe it again. And the answer is yes, of course you are. This hard drive you're running is like completely unacceptable as a tool. Yeah, so maybe we're thinking about the priorities. Oh, it's 10:02 now. Yeah, I got a little bit of time here, though. Let me just share my screen. Let's do a little bit of diagramming again. Yes, let's create a new diagram and we'll call it priorities. The first priority I can think of is, yeah, upgrade to SSD in streaming PC. Now, the streaming PC is, that's like what I'm using now. There's a list you can do. There's a list. Yeah, let's upgrade to the SSD in the streaming PC. And then eventually you'll need to order motherboard, CPU, GPU for the gaming PC. And let's just... And that's the same moment that we need to add a capture card. You know, so we should be getting the capture card before we get the computer that needs it so that we can experiment. Yeah, and then once we add the capture card, we can experiment with an input camera or, well, which leads into our preparation for getting another computer. Capture card, MOBO, CPU, GPU for gaming PC. Nice. Okay.
Are you okay over there?
Because the other components we're looking at acquiring here, it's not much. It's like the HDMI splitter. I even have an HDMI splitter already, so we don't even need that. Got the GPU, capture card is augment. Oh, the hard drive for the backups. Shoot. Yeah, right. Okay, so let's talk about that. Okay, let's call this the large local backup drive. We'll upgrade the large local backup drive on our server. I mean, there's no wrong time to upgrade to the SSD right away, right? And do we need any other special backup hardware? Let me just think about this. The SSD to operate the streaming PC, but then it needs local storage as well, so we should buy some new local storage too. Local storage. I mean, and it should be like 2 terabytes is plenty. 1 terabyte is plenty, generally speaking, but more the merrier. Yeah, and the local storage, it has to be greater than 4 terabytes, right? Or it has to be at least 4 terabytes. Because this can be used right away for moving data around. That'd be quite useful. Yeah, because we have like a 1 terabyte drive, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, and I think we're going to keep the CPU the same on the streaming. Like, this streaming computer is going to largely stay exactly how it is. And it'll just do its best to manage it. Just won't have the burden of video games in the future. And we'll really try to milk it. Cutie Pie, what's up? Welcome to the chat, my dude. Happy Friday. Just doing some casual PC planning and upgrading here. And since I'm doing kind of complicated crap, I'm trying to order out how it would be optimal to do it. I want to get the good stuff first so that I start reaping the benefits right away. I got to take a shower soon, but because I got a meeting at 11. But we're just taking it easy. Just chilling nice, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's exciting to get this computer upgrade underway. I've been avoiding streaming because I got too many problems with my computer. It died. My computer died while my friend was using it. I was in Mexico, and they were just house sitting for me, and damn, the whole computer just crapped out. The hard drive crapped out is the truth, and that's really too bad. It was an old solid state drive. Dude, yeah, questions welcome. Questions welcome. I may not answer. I don't answer all the questions. That's all the question. Let me just think, yeah, what else am I going to need here for the setup? The storage drive, the local drive, the large storage for the recordings drive. Maybe I'm looking at a camera. Maybe I'm looking at a new camera, but that's like a little soon. Yeah, and it's not strictly needed. I've got the streaming PC will have all the webcams I need. I'm pretty happy with my crappy microphone. I could improve the microphone, but I would improve the microphone before I improve the cameras, that's for sure. Yeah, actually, this is pretty comprehensive for a starting plan. Did you not have a question, Cutie Pie? Yeah. Let's chill. I'll be back. Yeah, I mean... So maybe I'm just going and buying a bunch of storage, knowing that I need these storage solutions. Yeah, I've got to transfer that data out, right? Oh boy, yeah, we've got some old maintenance to do here on this computer. Yeah, let me call it there. All right, great work, everybody. Thank you for coming out today and for enjoying a little hangout. I will be back again soon. It's a beautiful weekend coming up. Hopefully I'll get lots of time outside, but it'll be nice to spend some time continuing the upgrade plans. And, of course, making some bad decisions in League of Legends, or possibly updating our factories. It's not clear. There's a lot of good stuff we could be doing. And so I'll see you then. Bye-bye.